This is all those little shits at GameSpot who preach at us for being different, saying we're crazy or we're immature children because we don't choose to pretend to be one of you anymore. There's nothing wrong with being of another species. But you guys just don't seem to get that, do you? You seem to think that because we're not you, we have to be crazy or lying or some stupid shit like that. And just because we don't choose to conform precisely to your idea of how English works, we must be unintelligent or some shit like that. Or because we can't answer every single question exactly the way you want to hear it, we must be lying still. You know, the universe just doesn't work that way. You know, you don't have an answer to everything, and neither do I, and nobody does, in fact. And that's stupid and immature to think that everyone can answer. Like, do you think Stephen Hawking has an idea how the universe really works? No, he doesn't. He's still got a long ways to go. Same as Einstein. He could never find a unified field theory. Goddamn tongue-tying. Nonetheless, yes, he couldn't solve that. And I can't tell you every answer in the universe because there isn't an answer for everything. But you seem to assume there must be. Because what? I come from a more advanced civilization, therefore I must obviously know the answer to everything. Even though I can't know everything, and nor can I be told everything. And like I said before, space is not infinite. You cannot store as much as you want in a space. You just can't. The universe itself, I don't know for sure. Some people think it's infinite. I don't care. And that's the matter at hand. You still seem to assume I should know more than I can just because I'm from somewhere else. And that's just not possible. Only a fool assumes that every answer can be found. That every question even has an answer. There's still things you'll never know why. Like why the universe exists. The so-called purpose. Which I don't think you can actually give a purpose to existence because there is no being behind it. Therefore there can be no purpose. It just is. It's like those fools who can't accept the universe is. That it has to be created. Same kind of crap. You're just foolish if you actually think there's an answer to everything. And that's one thing that pisses me off. Also your bigotry. Or saying I'm a bigot because I hate your kind for being bigots. There's a difference. A bigot hates someone simply because of some stupid, idiotic, irrational problem because they're different in some way. The KKK hates blacks because they're black. Not because the blacks ever did anything to anyone. No, it's just because they're black. It's why the States hates the Arabs. Not because the Arabs actually did anything to them. It's because they're Arabs. 9/11 actually was caused by your government, Americans. It was. In fact, I'm betting they've been funding Al-Qaeda for ages just as an excuse to kill Arabs. Though I don't think the Arabs entirely realized this, or they would have resisted it longer. Or sooner, or something like that. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. You see, you Americans have this assumption that you're always right, that you're always in the right. You're never wrong or anything like that. Now, yeah, some individual Americans don't think that way. But as a group, you do. Same as humanity. You, as a group, think you're special, you're better than everyone else, you're always right, never wrong. But I'll admit, there is the odd individual who sees at least some of the truth, not all of it. But as a group, you're foul. And that's why I don't like you as a group. But I'll admit right now, there are members of your species I actually personally do like and don't want to eradicate out of, I guess you call it, a personal dislike because of experience. And no, it wasn't because picked on. I've watched for years your kind ridicule others for being different, or just portray them as wrong for being different. A perfect example would be the Northern from a adaptation of the War of the Worlds movie. You suggest that because they're different, they have to be obviously the villains. Now at the end, it sort of changes that, but not enough. You still imply that they came to your world for illegitimate reasons. But it's not true. Especially since they're not real anyway, but that's beside the point. You always have to be the guys who are defending your home from villains. You're never the villains normally. And if you ever have productions where you're the villains, they're never popular because you don't feel comfortable with being the bad guys. You always have to be the good guys. But it just isn't that way, I mean, that's why you Americans refuse to accept that the war on terror is bullshit. It always has been bullshit. It's an excuse to hurt Arabs and, to some degree at least, get oil. But I think more of it is a racist crap than anything. The oil, well, that's some of it. But really, the ultimate thing is racism. Americans are inherently racist. You know, you treat blacks like shit. You treat Latinos like shit. Hell, you're not even that nice to Asians either. You're nicer to them, but you still don't treat them that well. In fact, you treat Canadians like crap too. You fuck Canadians in the ass all the time. Not literally, I hope. I don't know for sure, but I know metaphorically you fuck Canadians in the ass all the time. Free trade agreement, softwood tariffs, you know, all that crap. This is why the States is unpopular. But the States is not the only reason I hate humanity. No, I've seen the same kind of crap from other nations among humanity. But you Americans are the worst, the absolute worst. And your children are getting worse with each generation. And you know what I've noticed? You also rely way too much on technology. And I think that clouds your judgment, making you assume that because you can just click a button on the internet and get an answer that may or may not be true, and you can't really tell anyway because you're probably too ignorant to figure it out, that someone can automatically know the answer, which is, again, an absurd idea. And so, this is to all you idiots on GameSpot. You know? You're going to have to accept one day that you're not always right. And that sometimes, just because you can't see the truth or the evidence, doesn't mean it's not real. Accept it. You're not always right. In fact, you're almost never right, for that matter, I should say. But that's beside the point. The point is, you're not always right, and you can't always prove things the way you wish to. And it just doesn't work that way.